In the 1800s, entire Indian kingdoms disappeared, not because of war, not because of rebellion, but because of a rule. A single policy that erased royal families, dissolved kingdoms, and changed India forever. It was called the Doctrine of Lapse. The Doctrine of Lapse was introduced by the British East India Company in the mid-19th century. According to this policy, if an Indian ruler died without a biological male heir, his kingdom would not pass to an adopted son. Instead, the kingdom would be taken over by the British. This went against centuries of Indian tradition, where adoption was legally and culturally accepted. But the British refused to recognize it. This policy was not accidental. It was designed to expand British control without fighting wars. One by one, kingdoms were annexed quietly. No battles, no declarations, just paperwork. The ruler was removed, the royal flag was lowered, and the administration was replaced. Several well-known kingdoms were taken under this policy: Satara, Sambalpur, Jhansi, Nagpur. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai adopted a son after her husband's death. The British rejected the adoption. Her kingdom was annexed. Her title was taken away. What followed later became one of the most important chapters of Indian resistance. The Doctrine of Lapse did not just remove kings. It displaced royal families, ended court traditions, left thousands unemployed overnight: soldiers, artists, priests, servants. Entire ecosystems collapsed. But British records describe these annexations as administrative efficiency. The human cost was rarely mentioned. The Doctrine of Lapse is mentioned in textbooks, but briefly, often reduced to a few lines. What is rarely discussed is how systematically this policy erased political identities. There were no dramatic battles to remember, no single massacre to point to, just silence. And silence is harder to teach. By the time the policy was withdrawn in 1858, the damage was already done. The resentment it created played a major role in the revolt of 1857. Former rulers, soldiers, and civilians had nothing left to lose. The Doctrine of Lapse became one of the reasons India moved from quiet submission to open resistance. The Doctrine of Lapse was legal. It was documented. It was efficient. And yet it erased centuries of sovereignty. Without firing a single shot, history remembers wars, but sometimes the most powerful weapons are policies. This is one of many stories that shaped India quietly. If you want more real history that textbooks rush through, subscribe, because some truths were erased with rules, not violence.